Hey basketball coaches and players, today I'm going to give you the triangle basketball offense, or at least the basic version of it, against a 2-3 zone. Let's get down to the clipboard and let's check these out. Okay, so the first thing that we really want to focus on is the fact that against a zone, what you want to look at is that there's multiple ways of beating it. You can overload a side, you can do a high to low pass, you can also attack the gaps between the zones, between the players. This then, by attacking the gaps, you have multiple players open. But today, what we are going to be looking at is attacking a 2-3 zone against the basic triangle offense. So most likely what you're going to be seeing is players will be defending similar to this. We're going to then have player 1 pass over to player 2, and we're going to have player 1, he is going to be cutting down towards that low corner. Now, if we can get that pass to player 1 quickly, he could take that shot. That is an option. But at this point, what we're going to be most likely seeing is a defense that is shifted like so. When this happens, what we would really like to see is some high to low post action. So what we could have is a pass to player 5, which would bring up player 5's defender, and we could have a cut by player 1. Now, if this is the case, and we could get player 2 to move down, now player 3 is in a predicament as to which player to guard. Should he guard the cut, or should he guard player 2? Well, if he guards the cut, we can have player 5 pass out to player 2 for the 3-point shot. If he, however, guards the 3-point shot, we could have a high to low pass, and that would be an easy layup. The other option is by now having player 3 move towards the point, and now have player 4 set that screen down, pass it out towards the point, pass it and swing it over to player 1. Now player 1 could have a 3-point shot from that corner. After we make that pass, however, we want to have player 3 go down into this low post. That low corner, We're then going to have player 5 pop out towards the point, and we can now be back into our triangle offense. The defense will of course shift. We're going to be seeing a possible player 3 open. If that's not the case, then we can just swing the ball around one more time if everyone was covered once again. Now, the one thing that we want to always remember is that there's always going to be a triangle involved in our offense all the time. By making that ball swing around the perimeter, we are now also spreading out that zone defense by having multiple options. If they don't rotate fast enough, let's say we have these players who never rotated quick enough, and we have player 1 pass over to player 3, obviously player 4 is going to go out and guard that. We could have player 1 get screened by player 4, and of course player 1 could then be the one who attacks the basket. Player 2 being in the low post in this case could be a post-to-post pass. There's so many different options in the triangle offense, which is why I personally love running it with a lot of different younger teams. I personally wouldn't run a triangle offense with a grade 7 team or younger. Generally grade 8 and above is a great option, and the reason for that is we can tell them a couple of different ways of rotating that ball around, a couple of different ways on how to set up the triangle offense. Now, the few different ways of setting up a triangle offense could be a pass towards the wing, having player 1, instead of cutting towards that low corner, he could cut down towards the post and player 5 popping out. There's a couple of different options. We could make that pass, screen away. Player 3 could be the one who goes down towards that low corner. We could have that pass over and player 4 being the one who cuts over. And at this point, you would just be numbering off the plays. So for example, if we went and said triangle 1, that would be 1 going down into that corner. If we said triangle 3, we would have player 3 cutting down towards that corner and possibly player 1 setting that screen away for player 4. There's a couple of different options here anyways. Now, once they do get down into this corner, what we can do and have our team call out is read and react, which is just reading the defense, reacting to it. We give them a couple of different cuts. We could have a pass down to this corner, a screen up, a cut. When we make that cut, we can make a bounce pass in. Player 5 rolls towards the middle of the key. We could have an easy basket. There's so many different options, and we want our team to be communicating with each other with verbal and also non-verbal language. Non-verbal language, for example, would be still calling, let's say, triangle 4, have our player 4 cut through, and what I would be then doing as a point guard after I pass that ball is going like this towards whoever player is over there, saying, I'm screening for you. He's going to pop up, and we just react to the defense. If the defense moves away from the baseline, I can cut back door, have my hand up saying, hey, pass that ball. There's so many different options. We can even have, hey, if I got the ball and I'm going like this, that means set a screen and roll for me. There's so many nonverbal languages that you can teach your team that we can really incorporate into the triangle offense. But this is basically one of the simplest ways as to how we can beat a 2-3 zone. I hope that this video has helped you as a coach or a player. If it has, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you guys again next time.